What's going on, everybody? All right. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if I've been as excited to review a movie as I am for this one. But before we get into it, listen, I'm going to, for brand new people who are finding this channel, subscribe to this channel. If we hit 50,000 by June 1st, I'm going to smash myself in the face with a lemon pie and do a full video with a lemon pie on my face. And I don't like lemon pie. So for that reason alone, subscribe and watch me get the lemon pie up my nose. But that's not why you're here. All right. This movie's awesome. It is awesome. And you do not have to be a fan of the first movie. You don't have to care about the first movie. You don't have to say, it's an 80s movie. I saw it a couple of years ago. I watched it. Everybody was talking about it, and I saw it. It was like, to me. It doesn't matter. This is a great movie all the way around. It is, and I'm being upfront. I did like the first movie, very much so. Watched it again. Kid of the 80s. Loved it. Watched it recently. It's one of my favorites. But many people have asked, do you have to watch the first one in order to watch the second one? No, you don't. You will not be lost. You'll be able to catch up very much so. It would behoove you to watch the first one because there are Easter eggs that you are rewarded by. Not that you will be lost by, but that you will be rewarded by if you do watch. Even certain things for people who are wondering about, like the music. There are nods to the music that work very well. The Top Gun the anthem and the theme, obviously, is a very famous theme that is pretty prominent in the film itself. So those things, like I said, is it necessary to watch the first one? No. But I think that you should if you have never seen it before, even if you aren't going to love it, just because you'll pick up little Easter eggs and you'll kind of get the gist of it. This one sees Maverick years later, different things going on in his life, and he's got to get back to Top Gun. There's a mission involved, and he's got to teach the elite pilots to prepare and basically fly like him in order to be prepared for this mission. And the team itself that they put together with Miles Teller and Lewis Pullman, Glen Powell, Monica Barbaro as Phoenix, I really liked a lot. John Hamm is in this. Ed Harris. It's a great cast. Jennifer Connelly. And Jennifer Connelly plays the character of Penny Benjamin. This is something fun for you guys if you go and see the movie. And some people don't know this kind of going into it, and I think it actually helps people kind of going into it. There's a scene in Top Gun in the first movie where when Maverick and Goose are getting sent to the and they're getting sent to Top Gun, and Strickland from Back to the Future says, Maverick, you've done this, this, and this, and one admiral's daughter. And Goose looks at him and he goes, Penny Benjamin? He's like, That's Jennifer Connelly in this movie. So again, little Easter eggs that are fun for people to see it. But this movie, and people are going to ask, is the second one better than the first one? Very tough question for me because of the nostalgia that is involved. But I also can't be naive to say this is a much better made film than the first movie. The 1986 movie, they didn't have the kind of money that they had in this one, and every dollar counts in this movie. And it's not just flash. The airplane scenes, the fighter pilot scenes, and all the stuff from Top Gun, the mission, in the training for it, preparing for it, every second counts. I've seen this movie twice already. I've found a way to weasel my way into a second screening to see it again because I had to see it again because I wanted to refresh before I did my review once again and see, like, maybe was it just everything kind of, did I hype myself up and maybe the second time it doesn't hit that much of a punch. It hits even a bigger punch the second time around. It is so good. Every moment. Emotionally, the characters, you care about the characters, you care about what Maverick's doing, you care about everyone involved in the team, and Glen Powell is so good in this movie. He's always been good in the movies that he's been in, TV show he's been in, but he shines in this. He's like a combination of Maverick and Iceman in the same character, a younger character. Speaking of Iceman, Val Kilmer, obviously, from the trailers, is great stuff going on there. The relationship that, again, ties into the first movie, not necessary, but definitely helps when you know a little bit of their backstory. But I think it's really, it's the intensity of the action scenes, the stuff that they actually shot in the planes themselves. There's cameras inside of it. There's such a lack of CGI. Obviously, there's CGI, but I mean, there's a lack of an overabundance. I mean, you can't tell there's any CGI if there is any. I'll tell you that. Obviously, you know, the computers help enhance every movie out there too, but it's not like green screen and volume and things of that nature. This is just I tweeted it out. They don't make movies like this anymore. So I just saw a movie like that. Of course they make movies. They don't make movies like this anymore, where it's just a different type of blockbuster that is a throwback and not an 80s nostalgia kind of throwback, just very differently the way that they make this film. You will see when you see this movie, and I promise you that this is not a movie that you have to be a massive fan of. Drew McQueenie, friend of mine, hates the first Top Gun, hates it. Loved this movie, loved it. It's just, this is why you go to the movies, and you can't say that a lot. And I'll tell you right now, it is 5 out of 5 schmoes. I haven't seen the other one, the multiverse movie, that not Doctor Strange, Everything Everywhere at Once. I haven't seen it yet. I know everybody tells me it's fantastic, but this is hands down my favorite movie that I've seen this year, and maybe in the last couple of years. I would see it again in the theater tomorrow if somebody asked me to. It's a theater experience. See it in IMAX, see it in Dolby, see it however you can see it. Do not let this one hit it on cable or streaming or anything too. Yeah, you have to go and see this in the theater. And this is coming from a guy that wants to do everything on TV. See this in the theater. The sound alone, the fights, everything, the performances, the music. It's perfect. It really is. It's perfect. I love this movie so much. I just love it. And I wasn't expecting what a smart move it was to hold it from 2019 when it was supposed to come out to now. It was a brilliant move. I understand why they did it after watching it. Of course, when you say, well, it's just another one of these kind of nostalgic sequels that we're seeing a lot of, and, you know, that's nostalgia is hot right now. Totally different, man. Yes, there are times that, you know, if you are a Top Gun fan, you're going to love the certain things that they throw back. And yeah, they throw back to everything that you loved about it. But it's not gratuitous. It all fits into the story, and the relationship between Jennifer Connelly and Tom Cruise works tremendously. The stuff that they set up, the relationship with Tom Cruise and Miles Teller, the interaction between all the pilots themselves. I mean, I'm going to do a full spoiler on this movie. I don't care if 6 people watch it. I'm going to do a full spoiler on this movie and talk about it. Probably get Ellis in here. Probably get Roxy and Steph Sabra, who had never seen, Steph had just watched the first one. They fell in love with it. Roxy, they're all just falling in love with this movie. Everyone is falling in love with this movie. And if you see it, you will too. When was the last time you saw me rave about a movie this much? And watch my preview, my summer preview. I think I said I'm excited for Top Gun. I'm excited, but not like this. This is a movie. When I went to see Doctor Strange, when I went to go see it, for the 45 minutes I was waiting for the movie, talking to people, I was talking about Top Gun. Everywhere I go, I've been talking about Top Gun. And I'm talking about it with you guys too. So go and check it out. Make sure you check it out. Go and see it this weekend. And if you can watch the first one, and even if I don't know, I don't love it, come back after you've seen the movie. Please let me know what you thought. I want to know. All right. So do me a favor once again. 50,000 subscribers by June 1st. Pie to the face. Right in the face. So if you can do that, that'd be great. All right, guys, that's it. It's Top Gun. It's Maverick.